Welcome to German Level 1. Welcome to the Diploma in German Level 1 course, your initial step into mastering the German language. This course is meticulously designed for beginners, providing a comprehensive introduction to fundamental German grammar and vocabulary. Over the next 26 sections, you will build a solid foundation, enabling you to communicate effectively in basic daily scenarios. We will cover essential topics ranging from greetings and self-introductions to discussing family, food, and navigating public transport. Each module is structured to facilitate progressive learning, ensuring a clear understanding of core concepts before moving to more complex subjects. Prepare to immerse yourself in the rich linguistic and cultural landscape of Germany, as this course equips you with practical skills and confidence. The learning journey will emphasize practical application, encouraging you to actively engage with the material through examples and exercises. You will learn not only what to say, but also how to pronounce words correctly and understand basic sentence structures. Our goal is to make your introduction to German both accessible and enjoyable, fostering a genuine appreciation for the language. By the end of this level, you will be able to hold simple conversations, understand common phrases, and confidently use basic German in real-world contexts. Let's embark on this exciting linguistic adventure together. The German alphabet and pronunciation. The German alphabet is based on the Latin script, consisting of 26 basic letters similar to English. However, it also includes 4 special characters, 3 umlauts, B, and the AZ, bis, which is a unique German letter. Understanding these additional characters is crucial for correct pronunciation and spelling. Umlauts modify the sound of the vowels A, O, and U, creating distinct new sounds that are integral to German phonetics. The AZ, also known as sharp S, typically follows a long vowel or diphthong and sounds like a double S. Mastering German pronunciation involves paying close attention to vowel sounds, which are generally purer and more consistent than in English. Consonants are often pronounced more sharply, and certain combinations, like ch or she, have specific sounds that differ from their English counterparts. Regular practice with listening and repeating will significantly improve your accent and comprehension. Familiarizing yourself with the phonetic rules will not only aid your speaking, but also enhance your ability to understand spoken German. Consistent effort in pronunciation from the beginning will build a strong foundation for fluent communication. Basic greetings and introductions. Learning basic greetings is the first step towards initiating conversations in German. Simple phrases like hallo, hello, guten Morgen, good morning, guten Tag, good day, guten Abend, good evening, and gute Nacht, good night, are essential for daily interactions. The choice of greeting often depends on the time of day and the level of formality. Guten Tag is a versatile greeting, suitable for most situations during the day, while hallo is generally more informal and widely used among friends and acquaintances. Mastering these initial phrases allows you to respectfully acknowledge others and begin a dialogue. After greetings, introducing yourself and asking about others is crucial. You can say, Ich heiße, your name, my name is your name, or Mein Name ist your name, my name is your name. To ask someone's name, you would say, Wie heißen Sie, what is your name, formal, or Wie heißt du, what is your name, informal. Understanding the distinction between formal, Sie, and informal, du, address is vital in German culture. Practicing these phrases will enable you to confidently engage in basic self-introductions and get to know new people. Numbers 1 to 10 and simple questions. Learning numbers from 1 to 10 is fundamental for various everyday situations, such as telling time, counting objects, or giving personal information. In German, these numbers are Eins, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, and 10, 10. Practicing their pronunciation and memorizing them will be incredibly useful as you progress in your language learning journey. Pay attention to the slight variations in pronunciation, especially for zwei and drei, to ensure clarity. These basic numerical building blocks are indispensable for any beginner. Alongside numbers, forming simple questions is vital for gathering information. You can ask, Wie geht es Ihnen? How are you? Formal. Or, Wie geht es dir? How are you? Informal. A common response is, Mir geht es gut, danke. I am well, thank you. Additionally, asking, Woher kommen Sie? Where do you come from? Formal. Or, Woher kommst du? Where do you come from? Informal, allows you to inquire about someone's origin. These simple questions, combined with numbers, form the bedrock of initial conversational exchanges, enabling you to engage more meaningfully with German speakers. Introducing yourself. Name and origin. Introducing yourself in German involves stating your name and often your place of origin. The most common phrases for stating your name are Ich heiße, name, I am called, name, or Mein Name ist, name, my name is name. Both are widely accepted and understood. When stating your origin, you typically use Ich komme aus country city. I come from country city. For example, Ich komme aus Deutschland. I come from Germany. Or Ich komme aus Berlin. I come from Berlin. These phrases are fundamental for personal introductions and establishing initial connections. Practicing these self-introduction phrases will build your confidence in real-life interactions. Remember to use the appropriate formality, Sie for formal situations and Du for informal ones. When meeting someone for the first time, it's generally safer to start with the formal Sie unless otherwise indicated. Being able to clearly articulate your name and where you are from is a crucial step in basic German communication, allowing you to participate in initial social exchanges and provide essential personal details. Consistent practice will make these phrases feel natural and effortless. Asking about others. Name and origin. To engage in a reciprocal conversation, it is equally important to know how to ask others about their name and origin. For asking someone's name, you would use Wie heißen Sie? What is your name? Formal, or Wie heißt du? What is your name? Informal. The choice between Sie and Du depends on the context and your relationship with the person. For origin, the question is Woher kommen Sie? Where do you come from? Formal. Or Woher kommst du? Where do you come from? Informal. These questions are fundamental for polite social interaction. Understanding and correctly applying the formal Sie and informal Du forms is a cornerstone of German etiquette. Using the wrong form can sometimes be perceived as impolite or overly familiar. When in doubt, always opt for the formal Sie in initial encounters. Practicing these interrogative phrases will allow you to initiate and sustain basic conversations, demonstrating respect and interest in the person you are speaking with. This skill is vital for building rapport and navigating social situations in German-speaking environments. Countries and nationalities. Expanding your vocabulary with countries and nationalities is essential for discussing origins and diverse backgrounds. Many country names in German are similar to English, such as Deutschland, Germany, Frankreich, France, Italian, Italy, and Spanien, Spain. However, some differ significantly, like Österreich, Austria, or Schweiz, Switzerland. Nationalities are formed by adding suffixes to country names. Often ER for masculine and IN for feminine or ish for adjectives. For example, Deutsch, German adjective, ein Deutscher, a German man, eine Deutsche, a German woman. When talking about countries, remember that most do not require an article, but some do, like die Schweiz, Switzerland, or die USA, the USA. It is important to learn these exceptions. Being able to name various countries and describe nationalities allows for more nuanced conversations about people's backgrounds and international relations. This vocabulary is particularly useful in multicultural settings and when traveling. Practice associating countries with their corresponding nationalities to solidify your understanding and improve your conversational fluency. Basic verbs. Sein, to be. The verb sein, to be, is one of the most fundamental and frequently used verbs in German, much like its English equivalent. It is also highly irregular, meaning its conjugations do not follow a standard pattern, making it crucial to memorize. The conjugations are ich bin, I am, du bist, you are informal, sie es ist, he she it is, wir sind, we are, ihr seid, you are, plural informal, and sie sind, they are, you are, formal. Understanding and correctly using sein is essential for forming basic sentences and expressing states of being. You will use sein to describe people, objects, and situations. For instance, ich bin Student, I am a student. Sie ist glücklich, she is happy. Or, wir sind in Berlin, we are in Berlin. This verb is a cornerstone for constructing almost any simple sentence in German. Consistent practice with its conjugations and various sentence examples will help you internalize its usage. Mastering sein early on will significantly boost your ability to form grammatically correct and meaningful statements in German. German noun genders. Der, die, das. In German, every noun has a grammatical gender, masculine, feminine, or neuter. These genders are indicated by definite articles. Der for masculine nouns, die for feminine nouns, and das for neuter nouns. Unlike English, grammatical gender in German often does not correspond to natural gender, meaning an object can be masculine, feminine, or neuter, regardless of its real-world characteristics. For example, der Tisch, the table, is masculine. Die Tür, the door, is feminine, and das Buch, the book, is neuter. Memorizing the gender with each new noun is crucial. There are some general rules and patterns that can help predict the gender of certain nouns, but exceptions are common. For instance, nouns ending in ung, heit, kite, shaft, and tat are usually feminine. Nouns ending in chen and line are always neuter. However, relying solely on rules can be misleading, so consistent memorization remains the most reliable method. Correctly identifying noun gender is fundamental for proper sentence construction and agreement with adjectives and other grammatical elements. This concept is a cornerstone of German grammar and requires dedicated practice. Indefinite articles. Ein, eine. Just as English uses a or an as indefinite articles, German employs ein and eine. The choice between ein and eine depends on the grammatical gender of the noun it precedes. Ein is used for masculine and neuter nouns, while eine is used for feminine nouns. For example, ein Mann, a man, ein Buch, a book, but eine Frau, a woman. There is no indefinite article for plural nouns in German. You simply use the noun without an article. Similar to saying apples instead of an apples in English. Understanding this distinction is crucial for forming grammatically correct phrases. The indefinite articles also change their form depending on the case of the noun, but for level 1, we will focus on the nominative case. Consistent practice with pairing ein or eine with new vocabulary will reinforce your understanding. This concept is a foundational element of German grammar and is essential for constructing basic sentences. Correctly using indefinite articles will significantly improve the naturalness and accuracy of your spoken and written German, making your communication clearer and more precise. Common classroom objects. Learning the names of common classroom objects in German is practical for any language learner, especially in an educational setting. Vocabulary such as der Stift, the pen, das Buch, the book, die Tafel, the blackboard or whiteboard, der Tisch, the table, and der Stuhl, the chair, are frequently encountered. Knowing these terms will help you understand instructions, ask for items, and describe your learning environment. Pay attention to the definite article, der, die, das, associated with each noun, as gender is an integral part of German vocabulary. Expanding your vocabulary with these everyday items will enhance your ability to interact within a classroom context. You can practice by pointing to objects and naming them, or by asking simple questions like "Was ist das?" What is that? This practical application reinforces learning and makes the vocabulary more memorable. Familiarity with classroom objects also provides a tangible connection to the language, making the learning process more engaging and relevant to your immediate surroundings. Consistent review of these terms will solidify your understanding. Plural forms of nouns. Forming plurals in German can be challenging as there is no single rule that applies to all nouns. Instead, there are several different plural endings and patterns. Some common plural endings include e, n, en, er, and s, while some nouns do not change in the plural form at all. Additionally, some plurals involve an umlaut change in the stem vowel, e.g., der Vater becomes die Väter. For example, das Buch becomes die Bücher, books, der Tisch becomes die Tische, tables, and die Frau becomes die Frauen, women. It is crucial to learn the plural form along with the gender of each new noun you encounter. While memorization is key, recognizing common patterns can aid the process. For instance, most feminine nouns form their plural with n or en. Nouns ending in chen or line do not change in the plural. Consistent exposure and practice with various examples will gradually build your intuition for German pluralization. Mastering plurals is essential for accurate sentence construction and expressing quantities in German. Family members' vocabulary. Learning vocabulary for family members is essential for personal conversations and understanding social structures. Key terms include die Mutter, mother, der Vater, father, die Eltern, parents, der Bruder, brother, die Schwester, sister, die Geschwister, siblings, der Sohn, son, and die Tochter, daughter. It is important to remember the gender of each noun and its corresponding definite article. Many family terms have distinct masculine and feminine forms, which is common in German. Expanding this vocabulary allows you to talk about your own family and understand discussions about others' families. Further terms like der Großvater, grandfather, die Großmutter, grandmother, die Großeltern, grandparents, der Onkel, uncle, and die Tante, aunt, are also highly useful. Pay attention to the plural forms as well. For example, die Mütter, mothers, or die Väter, fathers. Practicing these words in context, perhaps by describing a family tree, will help solidify your memory. This vocabulary is fundamental for personal storytelling and building deeper connections in German conversations. Describing your family. Once you know the vocabulary for family members, you can begin to describe your own family using simple German sentences. You can state how many siblings you have. For example, ich habe einen Bruder und eine Schwester. I have one brother and one sister. You can also describe their names or ages using basic adjectives and numbers. For instance, mein Bruder heißt Max und ist 10 Jahre alt. My brother is called Max, and he is 10 years old. These descriptive sentences allow for more detailed personal introductions and conversations. Using the verb sein, to be, is crucial when describing family members, such as Meine Mutter ist Lehrerin, my mother is a teacher, or Mein Vater ist Arzt, my father is a doctor. You can also mention where they live using simple prepositions. Practicing these descriptive phrases will enable you to share more about your personal life and connect with others on a deeper level. This skill is fundamental for building rapport and engaging in more meaningful conversations in German, moving beyond just basic greetings. Rooms in a house. Learning the vocabulary for rooms in a house is practical for describing your living situation or understanding directions. Essential terms include das Wohnzimmer, the living room, die Küche, the kitchen, das Schlafzimmer, the bedroom, das Badezimmer, the bathroom, and das Esszimmer, the dining room. Remember to associate each noun with its correct definite article, der, die, das, as this is crucial for grammatical accuracy. Understanding these terms allows you to talk about your home and understand descriptions of others' homes. Further useful vocabulary includes der Flur, the hallway, der Balkon, the balcony, and der Garten, the garden. You can use these words to describe where things are located within a house or to give simple directions. For example, das Sofa ist im Wohnzimmer. The sofa is in the living room. Practicing these terms in context, perhaps by mentally walking through your own house and naming each room, will help you commit them to memory. This vocabulary is fundamental for everyday conversations about living spaces. Simple prepositions of location. Basic prepositions of location are essential for describing where objects or people are situated. Common prepositions include in, auf, on, upon, unter, under, neben, next to, hinter, behind, vor, in front of, zwischen, between, and über, above. These prepositions often govern specific cases, dative or accusative, but for level 1, we will primarily focus on understanding their meaning and basic usage in the dative case, when indicating a static location. For example, das Buch ist auf dem Tisch. The book is on the table. Using these prepositions correctly allows you to form more detailed and precise sentences about spatial relationships. For instance, die Katze ist unter dem Stuhl. The cat is under the chair. Or ich bin in der Küche. I am in the kitchen. Consistent practice with visual aids and sentence construction will help you internalize these prepositions. Mastering these simple prepositions is a crucial step in building more complex sentences and accurately describing your surroundings in German, enhancing your descriptive abilities significantly. Common food items. Expanding your vocabulary to include common food items is essential for ordering in restaurants, grocery shopping, or discussing meals. Key terms include das Brot, bread, der Käse, cheese, die Milch, das Ei, egg, der Apfel, apple, die Banane, banana, das Gemüse, vegetables, and das Fleisch, meat. Remember to learn the definite article, der, die, das, with each noun, as grammatical gender is crucial. Knowing these words will enable you to express your preferences and understand food-related conversations. Further useful vocabulary includes der Reis, rice, die Nudeln, pasta, der Fisch, die Suppe, soup, and der Salat, salad. Pay attention to plural forms where applicable, such as die Apfel, apples. Practicing these words in context, perhaps by naming items in a grocery store or describing your favorite meal, will help solidify your memory. This vocabulary is fundamental for everyday life and cultural immersion, allowing you to navigate culinary experiences in German-speaking regions with greater ease. Common drinks. Knowing the vocabulary for common drinks is equally important for social interactions, ordering, and daily life. Essential terms include das Wasser, water, der Kaffee, coffee, der Tee, tea, die Milch, milk, der Saft, juice, das Bier, and der Wein, wine. As always, remember to learn the definite article, der, die, das, associated with each noun. Understanding these terms allows you to express what you would like to drink and understand offers from others. German culture places a significant emphasis on beverages, especially coffee and beer. Further useful vocabulary includes die Limonade, lemonade, or die Cola. You can use these words to order at a cafe or restaurant, or to simply ask for a drink at a friend's house. For example, ich möchte einen Kaffee bitte. I would like a coffee, please. Practicing these terms in context, perhaps by imagining ordering at a German cafe, will help solidify your memory. This vocabulary is fundamental for navigating social situations and enjoying the culinary aspects of German culture, making your interactions smoother and more enjoyable. Ordering in a restaurant. Basic phrases. Ordering food and drinks in a German restaurant requires a few key phrases to ensure a smooth experience. You can start by greeting the waiter with Guten Tag, and then express your desire with Ich hätte gerne Item bitte. I would like item please, or Ich möchte Item bitte. I would like item please. For example, Ich hätte gerne einen Kaffee bitte. I would like a coffee please, to ask for the menu. You can say Die Speisekarte bitte, the menu please. These phrases are polite and direct, facilitating your order. When you are finished, you can ask for the bill by saying Die Rechnung bitte, the bill please. It is also common to say Dankeschön, thank you very much, and Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, upon leaving. Understanding these basic phrases will empower you to confidently navigate dining experiences in German-speaking countries. Practicing these scenarios will make you feel more comfortable and independent when ordering in a restaurant, enhancing your travel and cultural experiences significantly. Expressing likes and dislikes, mögen. Expressing what you like and dislike is a fundamental aspect of personal communication. In German, the verb mögen, to like, is used for this purpose, but it is an irregular verb and its conjugations need to be memorized. The conjugations are Ich mag, I like, du magst, you like, informal, sie mag, he she it likes, wir mögen, we like, ihr mögt, you like, plural informal, and sie mögen, they like, you like, formal. To express dislike, you simply add nicht, not, after the conjugated verb. For example, ich mag keinen Kaffee, I don't like coffee. You can use mögen with nouns to talk about preferences for food, drinks, activities, or objects. For instance, ich mag Pizza, I like pizza, or sie mag Sport, she likes sports. When expressing dislike, remember to use kein, keine with indefinite articles, or nicht with definite articles or general nouns. Practicing these phrases will enable you to share your opinions and preferences, making conversations more engaging and personal. This skill is vital for building rapport and expressing your personality in German interactions. Telling time. Telling time in German involves specific phrases and structures that differ from English. The most common way to ask for the time is Wie spät ist es? Or Wie viel Uhr ist es? What time is it? Responses typically use Es ist, it is. For full hours, you say Es ist number Uhr, it is number o'clock. E.g., Es ist 3 Uhr, it is 3 o'clock. For half hours, German refers to the next hour, halb, next hour. E.g., halb 4 means half past 3, literally half to 4. This is a key difference to remember. For minutes past the hour, you use nach, after. Es ist 5 nach 3. It is 5 past 3. For minutes to the hour, you use vor, Before, it is 10:04. There's also the 24-hour clock, especially in official contexts, but the 12-hour clock is common in daily conversation. Practicing with a clock face and various time examples will help you master this skill. Correctly telling time is crucial for scheduling appointments, understanding train schedules, and coordinating social activities in German-speaking environments. Days of the week and months. Learning the days of the week and months of the year is fundamental for planning, scheduling, and discussing events. The days of the week are Montag, Monday, Dienstag, Tuesday, Mittwoch, Wednesday, Donnerstag, Thursday, Freitag, Friday, Samstag, Saturday, and Sonntag. Remember that all days of the week in German are masculine, so they use der. When referring to on Monday, you typically use am Montag. This vocabulary is essential for daily planning. The months of the year are often similar to English. Januar, January, Februar, February, März, March, April, April, Mai, Juni, June, Juli, July, August, August, September, September, October, October, November, November, and December, December. All months are also masculine, using der. When referring to in January, you use im Januar. Practicing these terms in sentences, such as Am Montag habe ich Deutschunterricht, on Monday I have German class, will help you integrate them into your active vocabulary. This knowledge is crucial for organizing your life and understanding calendars in German. Simple daily activities describing your daily routine in German requires vocabulary for common activities. Essential verbs include aufstehen, to get up, frühstücken, to have breakfast, arbeiten, to work, lernen, to learn, study, essen, to eat, trinken, to drink, and schlafen, to sleep. Many of these verbs are regular, making their conjugation relatively straightforward. For example, ich stehe 7 Uhr auf. I get up at 7 o'clock. Or ich arbeite von 9 bis 5. I work from 9 to 5. These phrases help you articulate your day. Further useful verbs include einkaufen, to shop, kochen, to cook, Fernsehen, to watch TV, and lesen, to read. Combining these verbs with time expressions and adverbs of frequency allows for a comprehensive description of your day. For instance, am Abend koche ich oft. In the evening, I often cook. Practicing these verbs in the context of your own daily routine will make them more memorable and natural to use. This vocabulary is fundamental for personal conversations and sharing aspects of your everyday life in German. Separable verbs. Introduction. German features a unique grammatical concept called separable verbs, where the verb consists of a stem and a prefix that separates in certain sentence structures. The prefix often carries a specific meaning that modifies the verb's core action. For example, aufstehen, to get up, is a separable verb, where auf is the prefix and stehen is the verb stem. In a simple present tense sentence, the prefix moves to the very end of the clause. Ich stehe 7 Uhr auf. I get up at 7 o'clock. This separation is a key characteristic of these verbs. Other common separable verbs include einkaufen, to shop, Fernsehen, to watch TV, and anrufen, to call. When conjugated, the verb stem typically takes the second position in the sentence, while the prefix goes to the end. For instance, ich rufe meine Mutter an. I call my mother. Understanding this structure is crucial for forming grammatically correct sentences with these verbs. Consistent practice with various examples will help you internalize the separation pattern, which is a distinctive feature of German sentence construction. Asking for and giving directions. Asking for and giving directions is a practical skill for navigating German-speaking cities. To ask for directions, you can say, Entschuldigen Sie, wo ist? Excuse me, where is? Or, wie komme ich zu? How do I get to? Essential directional vocabulary includes geradeaus, straight ahead, links, left, rechts, right, here, and dort, there. Understanding these basic terms is crucial for both asking and comprehending directions. Politeness is key, so always start with an apology or a polite address. When giving directions, you can use verbs like gehen Sie, go, formal plural, polite singular, or biegen Sie ab, turn, formal plural, polite singular. For example, gehen Sie geradeaus, go straight ahead, or biegen Sie links ab, turn left. You might also use landmarks like die Kirche, the church, or der Bahnhof, the train station. Practicing these phrases will enable you to confidently ask for help and assist others, making your travel experiences smoother and more independent. This skill is vital for practical navigation and interaction in urban environments. Public transportation vocabulary. Understanding public transportation vocabulary is essential for getting around German cities efficiently. Key terms include der Zug, the train, die Bahn, the railway subway, die Straßenbahn, the tram, der Bus, the bus, die Haltestelle, the stop, and der Bahnhof, the train station. Remember to learn the definite article, der, die, das, with each noun. Knowing these words allows you to identify different modes of transport and understand announcements or schedules. Public transport in Germany is generally very efficient and widely used. Further useful vocabulary includes die Fahrkarte, the ticket, der Fahrplan, the timetable, abfahren, to depart, separable verb, and ankommen, to arrive, separable verb. You can ask, wann fährt der Zug ab? When does the train depart? Or wo ist die Bushaltestelle? Where is the bus stop? Practicing these terms in context, perhaps by imagining a journey through a city, will help you commit them to memory. This vocabulary is fundamental for independent travel and navigating urban environments in German-speaking countries.